Now from Live 5 WCSC, along with the 315th Airlift Wing at the Charleston Air Force Base, it's Troop Talk, your low-country military connection, bringing you front and center with the men and women of the armed services.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Jeff Kelly. Captain Capps and I are here on the flight line at Joint Base Charleston, where in a few minutes we're going to board this Charleston-based C-17, spend a couple days on the road, headed for Germany to show you what airmen from across the low country do in the Air Force every single day. Our first mission, the Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron. We're going to cover them and show you how they turn this C-17 into a flying hospital to get our wounded and injured troops back from the war zone. As the war in Afghanistan passes the 10-year mark, the need for trained, proficient aeromedical evacuation crews is as important today as it was a decade ago. The 315th Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron in Charleston continues to care for wounded patients while simultaneously training new flight nurses and medical technicians.
Well, there's just so much that forward deployed medical units can do. When people are wounded and there are just so many hospital beds, they need to be moved. So the job of aeromedical evacuation is to take the wounded and move them back to higher echelons of care.
On this training mission, the aeromedical evacuation crew simulated a C-17 full of patients. They ran scenarios to increase proficiency in everything from medical advances to standard procedures.
All our training that we do on this aircraft is done exactly how we do it in the real world. We have to constantly be prepared for the real thing. We are continuously improving the way we in-plane and deplane our patients, how we communicate with the other crew members and the new members of our squadron, and every time we get a new piece of equipment, we have to educate ourselves on that and be experts at it.
In less than an hour, the crew converted the C-17 Globemaster III into a usable medical facility, quickly processing mock patients.
Well, I'll tell you, the C-17 is the best. We started out here, when I started here, with the 141, and it was a fine aircraft, but the C-17 was designed with air-vac in mind. It has oxygen in the walls, you can plug things directly in like you would in your house, and it's a much better airframe. We're able to set this up to go from bare-based, where you've just removed all the cargo, to having it ready for patients within 40 minutes.
Once the wounded or sick are loaded onto the plane, they can rest assured that they are in good hands with the men and women of the 315th Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron.
We are transporting our wounded warriors home, and they are real live patients, and a lot of things can go wrong. So we have to make sure we are experts at what we do to get them home safely.
The honor of transporting wounded warriors back home is what drives the crew aboard these flying hospitals.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the best job I've ever had. I've been a nurse for 20 years, and there's nothing like being able to go downrange and take care of people that are hurting and bring them back home. It's the best job in the Air Force.
For Troop Talk, I'm Lieutenant Jeff Kelly. Now, over to Captain Capps on the ground in Germany.